My name is Lisa Banda, here as teacher here at Magic Crossroads, Malawi. I was also a coordinator of this group. I'm also welcoming everyone who is watching. Thank you. I'm handing it over to the leaders. Thank you.
My name is Ondwan Henderson Kamsari. I'm team leader for Tsabango International Forum. Thank you.
I'm Maggie Kudambo, reader of Rias International Forum from Chifuniro Private Secondary School. Thank you. Now we are going to start our discussion. Question number 1. What is the most important right of children and youth for you?
My name is Mike Fadiano. They have rights of education. If somebody wants to learn whatever has dream. Yes, thank you.
Right to trade. Manonane samini bazola kemu kumpila. Ila ule mzimu nilichoona.
Question number 2. Can you think of situations where you have felt that children's rights have not been respected? Yeah, please.
This is Mongwelo from Chifuniro Private School. There are many situations where children's rights are being violated. For example, rape. In our country, rape has become a common thing whereby girls are the victims. They are forced to be raped, whereby their rights of education are being violated because they will feel shy to express themselves in public. So they will not have a better future. Child abuse is also common in our country in the way that children are forced to go into markets whereby they could sell and earn money for their families.
Okay. Number 3. In your school, are there conflicts between students here?
My name is Innocent Wemusisha. I'll put comment in this question number 3. Yeah, we have more conflicts in our school, most of students. For example, when we go to visit in different schools, we are going to find each student have not dressed uniform, others they are being dressed uniform. And the student which have school uniform, they starting going to other students which do not have school uniform. So we have so many conflicts, and other, my friend will be added.
My name is Maxwell Bajebe. As we know that we are coming from different schools. So, wakazodi school kuja, wampeza mwana, wapezeka ndi mzako kuti ngochita bwino. Umafuna kuti chimene nzako ali nachocho, ukhale nacho iweyo. So, mukakazana kuti chinthu chewe ulibe, mwina mapanga break time. Mwapesa nuna kuti wapita kuti kukoti, wapita kokadya kuja, and then umafuna kuti chinthu chimene ali nacho chicha ukamutsomphole. So zinthu ngati zimene ziyazo chifanira kuti ena amakhala ndolira bwino, ena sochita bwino. Ndi zimene zimapangisa nuna kuti pasikulu panthu paja ikhale ndi mikangano ngati imene zokomonga.
Do you think there are cases of bullying at school?
Yeah. Yes. Okay, ndipo ngozabe chichewa kuti zivele bwino. Chifoti let's say that medical kusila kuti kusukulu kwacho kuchilinde ndiye tinapeza mkwina wake anachokera ku Chifuniro Private School. Chifoti iyeyo amakusira school iyo ndi ya private komanso ndi apa mwamba. Ndiye ife kwa ifeyo timatiza kwambiri. Chifoti samo sili mafuna tipangesa zechibwana ya kuti isisi chachani kuti koma timafuna kuti tize kuti adziwenso kuti ifeyonso sifa achibwana. So
Do you think that students who are victims of bullying are discriminated against because of their origin, religion, and language?
Yeah, of course. say that when you go to different places or different schools, you are going to find different types of students. I was putting an example for school uniform, and these victims, they're being good because when they started another school, the old students, they start going to those who are studying in the new school. They start inu magabe inu muzamba kumene mfuna mkuzontsanga ndani chanchazi mzake simakhanga zilizo zimene zozo.
In addition to that, I can say in most of the times we have different religions, and also we have different tribes. For example, like when someone is Shewa and someone is Tumbuka, we have the conflicts because they said that the Tumbukas are speaking like brothers. So because of this, children can make conflicts.
Also by my big sociana, and I'm a crowd Islam, and I'm a Christu. There are Mizera Christu, I'm a man and Islamu. Aslam Amaloyana, Aslam Koka, Christu Amaloyana, Sa Christu, Kakunibama Mizera Zori, I am Mogangan.
Question number 4. Can all students at your school pay for books, school supplies, and lunchroom expenses?
My name is Vixie. For this question, I can say no, because we are coming from different families. And you mentioned my chicken journals, and I mean, tell you again, my band of Senasiana. I mean, some of the because I'm a private school, I'm a school album. I mean, I'm a school, I'm a cousin, the organization, Kabena, but my family is not those that you have been. The many for Surabaya, can one student at your school pay for books? Because of the iPhone as an abuti. Makozola yoga mabanjo sana sana de mabanje now awani wabanga afford kunazola alibasi majani alibasi drama zogura books tifasa na sama kazola manjidwa library arumizirwa tifoya organization fonzo na magoro amaganika kutipanga amaganika kutibitsa school fonzo za library drama de kwa ine ndiko zono ai sidi kwa nitsana zono bezo zono tose tupeleka kandrama ya mabuku kamera bezo tindidzivangizo kamera mabuku owani kumaso pankani ya jabujaji ndenaga zonoti timakazo tujogra mabanja osiyana siyana nde kumena kajogra kujame zonoti enango libanga zonoti ndikungofuna mwanangu akuzie jabuja ubile uzayibesa bolani pobwera nde mbizo zonoti jabujaji chukukabe jobere wera siri jibeza mokwanira timango pilo school jori tukalani tukapusi. Thank you.
Can all families afford to pay for their children's private lessons?
My name is Tineka Sinida. The answer is no, because each and every student is coming from different families, and families they depend on different source of income. Others they do business, others they work, because the source of income is different. By also students they have different access to school in terms of materials, even food, uniform. Yeah, that's my point.
Ngolengera ndimene kalibera kumene mapanga pakumuku bali makolo ena amona zikalibera kumene kupanga pakumuku bali mwanso kupanga kalibera kuno pakumozi osakubwasa kukalibera private.
Question 4.2. Do you believe that all children and young people have equal access to education?
No, because not all parents are rich. For example, other parents they work. Other parents they are like they are farmers. Because different families have different sources of income, and even students cannot access the same equal education. Just because we are different in terms of income, and diversity. Yeah.
My name is Ronald Mulea. To that question, I can also say no, because some of the students can be maybe physically disabled, and then they will need someone to help them to maybe concentrate, because some of them maybe can't walk. They will need a wheelchair, and then if there's no access to wheelchair, like in terms of rains, like rainy seasons, like the time we're in, it's hard for them to walk like on the ground, because there's a lot of money, and then they can't access education equally as their fellow students.
Okay. Ineso lingonjezere simungabeze maphunziro ofanana chifukwa chakuti ngati mwina nonse mwapita ku skulu ngati mwina iwe akubweza apo makakuti mwasiyana ndi anzako chifukwa chakuti sangadikeso ndi iweyo ubwere kena kwadzapitirize maphunziro ndi makakuti mwasiyana kwambiri chifukwa cha vuto limenelo.
In school, children with functional, sensory, or psychological disability receive specialized attention adapted to their needs.
I'm Jacqueline Kimazula. I ended at Frino Secondary School. The answer is no, because Mbambiri already already disability example is older than specialized attention for you. When I'm with the Sangate Gwen and then have break Jans, I can go break Kuraga Bank, Aga Breath using a design for Amazon Garamji. It is on her mountain in my classes. And our Kazakhstan, the number of Zoganica Muza, Zonazori, Abana, would go with the Sudo, among Garanga.
Amavurani wakabuvura kuti akatolowa dzimbuzi zimene ifeyo timalowa dzidzi ndio mafunika kupemphawo kuboma kuti amangire dzimbuzi zoti azitokhala choncho sali zochita kubatira ziko.
My name is Blessings Chwana. What I'm discussing in Chicheo today, Mangarani Olumalamia. I'm a candidate in Gaza. They got it for school battle. Pali Paul Bakumbotical way, by my status. They will not you over the Nigayo, you can send me a pajab, I'm a cup of water. But I was to go back home, I'm not going to tell you one of Plaza too. I can't do Frunga, Mongai, and Barunga native.
Question 5.1. Are the contents taught and the different classroom and toilet or the school adapted to students with disability?
Some other schools have steps, maybe like even in the toilets. And then there are people with disabilities of walking. They have like, they can't manage to walk on their own. They face lots of challenges to go through those steps. And then even what he said, the kind of toilets we have, it's hard for them to help themselves because of the way the toilet is. So there is a need to build or construct toilets which will help them to help themselves easily. Thank you.
Do you think that the students with disability are totally included in the school, and why?
I can say no, and sometimes I can say yes. It just takes with the school. Mostly the government schools, they try. Because we can see the construction of the stairs, of the steps. There are some other areas where they just construct a slope, where they can use their wheelchair, and they also construct like a resource center at the school, whereby the students with mental disabilities, they go there and receive like special kind of education. And then in private schools, it's very rare, and in my life I've never seen one having a resource center or having a construction with like here stairs, like steps, and here like a slope where a person with a wheelchair can pass through, or the one using like the sticks to walk. So it's just a request that to make this fair, we also have to treat them fairly. We have to make sure everything they need so that their life can be okay as we are. They have to be there. So we have to construct them a place where they will feel home when they are there. Thank you.
Do immigrant students receive specialized attention during their adaptation to the new school?
For this question, the answer is no, because what matters most is the communication. Maybe you can receive students from South Africa and comes here in Malawi. So when it comes to learning, maybe some subjects are different and some they can be common or similar. So they felt maybe here we learn Chichewa and there they don't learn Chichewa. It's hard for them to catch up this subject called Chichewa. And also, sometimes they can't speak Chichewa and they can't even speak English. So it's hard for us to communicate with them.
Question number 6.1. Do you think that the subject and contents taught are adapted to the language or the immigrant students?
Okay. To me, I can say yes, because I can say yes or no, because most of the subjects are taught in English. It is only one language, one subject which is vernacular language, Chichewa. So, to me, they can easily get adapted just because most of the subjects are taught in English. So they can know which things are right and which things are wrong.
Do you think that the immigrant students are totally included in the school and why?
We can say they are totally included because most of the subjects, apart from Chichewa, they are in English, as my fellow friend says. But the only challenge is what I just said, that some of the points, they have to be emphasized. And then the way of emphasizing the points is maybe to use the language of which every student can hear. And one or two students might be from outside the country, but then they are totally included because the rest of the subjects are in English. So I believe whenever they come in the country or whenever we go to a certain country, the first thing we learn is their language. So we can communicate this. So they come, they learn the language, then in the classroom, everything is fine.
Question number 7. All children and young people have a family that takes care of them, educates them, and gives them daily attention.
I'm Muhammad Iman Jerek from Area 23, Port. Here in Malawi, not even in Malawi, even in other countries, we have poor families and rich families. So, the rich families can manage to give their children poor families. Ndizochepa zimene angakwanitse mwina kupereka kwa ana awo amene akupita ku skulu aja. Zimene zimatha kupangitsa sona kuti mwina ena akhale osapita ku skulu chifukwa akusowa makope, ena amatha kumapita mwina ku skulu ndi njala, ndiye ukupita ku skulu kuja suti angape zimene mphunzitsa kuti imakhala kuti njala ndi kuti ikuwapereka kope. Ndiye tikatengeranso kukhalika cha ana amasiyewa, yona kuti amakhala kuti akudalira ena ake kuti awathandize, ngati sawathandiza ndiye kuti satani ndiye kuti skulu sanapita. Others yes, others not. Ena kuzukwanisa pene nasanga sakakwanisa. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, children usually they are like given work which are not for their age, which is not for their age, and also like girls are forced to get married so that the parents can earn money, and like those other children are like forced to work in the farm. While they are working, they are not given like they are not given fair wages just because they are children. Thank you.
Do you think that children's rights are being violated in your country?
Children's rights, indeed, they are violated. Indeed, the right to education. Like girls, they are forced to be left or deferred by their own loved ones. That means they will not have trust in their loved ones, and when the news comes out that they were left, they will feel shy to express themselves, needing to go to school. They will not go to school just because they are raped. And also when they get like diseases.
Thank you for your attention.
I just want to thank everyone who watched the video. This is the end of our discussion. Thank you.